So I know you guys have all probably seen the recent video with Wes Watson, particularly when he claims that he's going to be suing content creator you guys know and love, and my client, Mr. John Bravo. I really hope for once in your life, Wes, you do say what you're going to do. Don't bluff. Everyone see you say that publicly. So now please, go through with it. The ball's in your court. We'll be waiting.
So people use a bunch of bots and shit. They create a negative narrative and they just blow up my page with it. Some weird ass Russian people and shit from overseas, but it's just loser shit. They love me. But the fact is that you guys keep talking about fighting. If we fought and I lost, you'd have the worst problem on your hands ever. Because I'm a sore loser. I will not let you beat me, okay? Oh my God, if you beat me in front of my people, oh my dude, oh my dude.
Well guys, it looks like we are back once again with some absolutely major updates on the internet's most insecure wannabe alpha male, good old Wesley Watson. And man, has he just been up to a lot of crazy and shady things over the past 2 or 3 days now. And I mean, at this point, it's been at least the past week where he's just been freaking out, but it appears that this week specifically, he must have really gotten his feelings hurt and decided that he was just gonna start taking it to a whole new level. And by a whole new level, it appears that he is trying to silence anyone that disagrees with him. So we're just gonna jump kind of straight on into this one, where it appears that in Wes's mind, he must just be entering his fucking villain arc after Angie went ahead and left him after she exposed the living hell out of him, and after John decided that he was just gonna multiply it and drop a nuke on Wes's entire reputation, which must have really just pissed him off. Because this goober right here started the week off by going on a spree of different photos in his car, where it kinda had the typical stuff, with him holding up his chain trying to flex it, or him looking off to the side with this weird ass lump that he's got going on his neck. But then he decided to post this creepy ass picture right here, while just looking like a complete psychopath. And he must have really liked this picture, and I guess it's just how he's feeling, which is just like a weirdo, because he decided to also flex it further by making it his screensaver on his phone, which is already crazy work as a 40-year-old man to have a screensaver of yourself on your phone, but to also have it be some weird-ass pose is just a different level of goofiness. And naturally, people started questioning him about this because it was just weird, and he ended up going on this delusional little random-ass rant that pretty much made no sense.
I don't create posts. I don't pre-think them. I go out, I'm trying to make a post. It turns into that. Why? Why? What does it mean to you? Does it get you thinking? What is it? What the makes a man sit in his car, have no agenda for a post, and come up with that? That was my rendition of a man selling his soul. Did I? Did someone else? Am I telling you to look at something more? Am I telling you to just keep yours?
So as you can tell, he decided to start the week off on some completely delusional ranting and on some anime villain type shit, to where he's somehow making something so stupid and silly, something that was apparently meant to be super deep and philosophical, and you can really tell that his mind just isn't there right now. And the goofiest part is, this is basically how he decided to start his week off. And right after making that little post right there to where he made absolutely no sense, he then proceeded to just sit there and be mad at his own fans for asking him questions, with him getting angry for some reason over one person asking how to quit biting his nails. And then he even got mad over stupid shit like people calling him Wes Watson instead of Wes Watson, which was probably just a damn typo.
I don't bite my nails. Maybe you're talking about me, maybe you're talking about you, but someone said I had some fucking fungus shit. My nail came off. I smashed it and it came off. But if you're talking about how do you quit nail biting, who gives a dude? Like, that's a big problem in the whole scope of things. Oh my God, he bites his nails. Like, dude, I don't give a about that. Well, my name's not West. We're going to go over this probably every day. I'm going to say my name is Wes. It's Wes Watson. My name is Wes Watson. Wes. W-E-S Watson. Do you get it? W-E-S. Wes. How do you guys put a T on the end of this? We're going to have to go into this and maybe do like a deep understanding of the person's brain that has to put a T on the end of my fucking name.
So as you can clearly tell, the man has just been downright pissed off with pretty much the entire world, to the point where he's even just insulting his fans on a daily basis almost, and is just getting mad over some of the dumbest shit that he possibly could. But there is one person that Wes seems to be more mad with than anyone else, and that of course would be good old John Bravo, that has just been out here constantly exposing him for all of the BS that he had hidden behind the scenes. And it seems that that picture Wes posted really was him trying to start his little anime villain arc, because he has decided that instead of just debating with John Bravo, or arguing with the evidence that he brought forward, he is just going to try to silence him, and is trying to do so in one of the sleaziest ways that he possibly could have. And recently, John had to private every video on his YouTube channel, and ended up making a post about it, where he stated that the enemy, in quotation marks, has hired a team/company to mass report his channel, falsely flagging videos to try to get it removed from YouTube. And he stated that the person who did this recently did the same thing to a channel known as Mudpit, only last week, where his channel was actually removed due to all the false reports and all the false flags. And John then followed this up with just a variety of different posts explaining the situation, where he also noted that it was not King Azule behind this, which really only leaves one suspect, because there's only two people that he's mainly been talking about, and it just so happened that this only started occurring after he released his Wes Watson video, just like Mudpit had experienced. And the difference with this one is of course the fact that he decided he was going to go after John Bravo this time, which was really not the move whatsoever, because John Bravo had already experienced this in the past, and he of course ended up overcoming it in the past. And on top of that, John was like the one person who can do a bunch of digging and just reveal what is really going on behind the scenes, which is naturally what he ended up doing. And John ended up following this up with more posts on his Instagram, where he stated that there is a person known as Unlocked for Life who was a major hacker that is in prison now for taking down people's Instagram accounts, and Wes paid him to take down anyone's account that talked crap about him, including his ex-girlfriends. And Unlocked for Life, apparently, according to John, ended up ratting on Wes because he owed him $75,000 that he didn't pay, and Wes apparently just has a new team working with him that is trying to assist in getting his Instagram account back that got banned. And John then followed this up with even more information with an actual court document, where John stated that little does Wes know, paying Unlocked for Life to hack and delete pages on Instagram has caused upper management to go ahead and notice. And apparently they do not want him on the platform, and there are rumors that Instagram's top dog, Adam, is personally behind stopping Wes Watson. So basically, Wes is just straight up screwed when it comes to Instagram, which is where he makes all of his money. And after exposing all this, John ended up getting in contact with YouTube Legal, had all of the strikes removed, and is now even more pissed off and declaring war on Wes Watson. And he even stated that all of his appeals were unsuccessful, even though YouTube directly removed the strikes and all, which was just further proof that people were actually running bots against his channel and trying to get it removed for absolutely no reason off of completely false reports. So clearly, it appears that Wes is doing everything he can to try and shut John Bravo up. And along with this, as we saw in the last video, he also threatened to go ahead and sue John Bravo, which is just another tactic to try and silence him. And recently, as all of this was going on, John's lawyer posted a video going ahead and responding to Wes, where he basically explained to Wes why he is a dumbass and there's no ground for him to stand on whatsoever for a lawsuit.
Let's get into why that case isn't a case. It's a joke like the rest of Wes's life. And frankly, it's cardio. John cites sources, shows receipts and links, documents. That's the opposite of actual malice. That's due diligence. Meanwhile, your standard is prove what was in his head. Good luck. So if you go ahead and go through with this, you may sue, but you'll end up paying. So many states, including Florida, have anti-SLAPP statutes, which are special motions to strike meritless lawsuits targeting speech on public issues. If you sue to chill criticism, we file anti-SLAPP. What's the outcome there? There'll be an early dismissal, mandatory attorney's fees to add to your mountain of other attorney's fees, and sometimes even sanctions. So if you want to make an example out of a critic, anti-SLAPP motions make an example out of you. Also, let's get into another hurdle, jurisdiction. So you don't just get to drag my client into any courthouse you find motivational. To sue outside John's home state, you need something called personal jurisdiction, or publicly or purposeful targeting of the forum. Posting videos to the internet isn't automatic jurisdiction everywhere your ego travels. Even if you pick a forum, we can remove, transfer, or kick it on into another jurisdiction and venue. Again, cardio. Defamation here also requires damages. Public figure claims need actual damages and sometimes special damages. People said mean comments is not a line item. If your reputation is already a public battlefield, by your own branding, mind you, claiming we ruined what you publicly set on fire is a tough sell.
So as you can clearly tell, he just absolutely tears all of Wes's arguments apart and proves to him why he's not even going to be able to sue him. And that's probably why we saw Wes going with this other route of just trying to falsely report John, because clearly he just doesn't have a case to try to sue anyone for having freedom of speech. And John's lawyer continued to tear him apart for like another 10 minutes, and he absolutely just flames the living shit out of Wes. So it will be in the description and you should go check it out. But along with all of this, Wes still decided he was going to end his week off strong, which was to do the usual and to host a little Q&A that he went ahead and answered while just driving around in his car angry. You know, the typical driving in circles, ranting for no reason.
You guys, anybody who shares a lot about someone else's life and is obsessed by it, you just own them. Like, they're just thinking about you all day. They're like waiting for you to post so they can repost it. They're like waiting for you to do something so they have something to think about and do. Like, my life is a precursor for them to live. So guess what? You get to suck my dick. Dick. Suck it. My house is shit. All my shit's shit. All my shit's today. I know you guys think it's super tough to like win a fight, because a lot of you guys have never even been one. I've been in prison, I've been fighting my whole life, and I don't feel good when I hurt someone ever. So pay attention to that. I don't feel good when I hurt someone ever. I never have felt good about it. And every time someone got hurt, and it wasn't me. But the fact is that you guys keep talking about fighting. If we fought and I lost, you'd have the worst problem on your hands ever, because I'm a sore loser. I will not let you beat me, okay? Oh my God, if you beat me in front of my people, oh my dude, oh my fuck, dude.
And yeah, I don't know why he just started moaning at the end there, or acting like he was about to bust. But as you can tell, the ego was still fully on display, and there's just absolutely nothing changing besides the fact that he is only increasing the amount of bullshit that he is on a weekly basis. And on top of all of this, he decided to also sit here and go on some more delusional rants, where he was talking about how there's not really that many haters, but instead it is just bots that people are paying and sending his way, and he refers to it as like Russian bots. So it's starting to really make sense that he would do something like with what he did with John Bravo, because the complete idiot thinks that people are just spamming him with bots and it's not real people commenting. It's like he can't understand or even, begin to think of the idea that people just disagree with him and that he might be wrong. And he hits up this little rant before just going on another little rant about someone being mad that they blocked him. So just more stupid shit that you begin to expect with this complete goober.
So what you realize, it's not a lot of people hating in the comments. You remember how people used to buy engagement, and they would have like people saying good shit in their comments and you could tell it was fake? That's what this is, but it's negative. So people use a bunch of bots and shit. They create a negative narrative and they just blow up my page with it. Some weird ass Russian people and shit from overseas, but it's just loser shit. They love me. I didn't know as a female, but anyways, why do people that you block want to just have you unblock them so they can continually engage with you in a negative way? Like, that's like sick, you guys. Like, unblocked your comments so I can go say negative stuff in them. I mean, dude, that's what you got to do with your time. The whole thing is my comments, you have to follow me to comment, because I just don't want a bunch of spam and bot shit and all those things that say, hey, join Tiffany's program. Hey, join, like, they just blow your comments up with those stupid things, the spam. But yeah, you got to follow me to comment. And I'm glad I blocked you, and I don't care if you're female.
And yeah, as we can now tell, Wes must apparently think that everything is just bots attacking him, and that no one could possibly actually disagree with him to this extent with this many people. And it really is sad to see him resorting to things like we saw with John, to where he is just trying to silence him by any means, whether it is threatening to sue him or doing something more behind the scenes that he can try and hide. But with all of that said, I think that is enough for one day. And I just had to talk about it because this man is now doing anything he can to try to hide from any criticism instead of just facing it head on. And it's really his biggest problem because his ego at this point is actually just destroying his entire life. But with that said, if you enjoyed, please drop a sub and like. And I'm out, watching Wes Watson continue to try to silence any criticism. And peace.
Someone like this doesn't know like who the f I am. I've written a book, bro. Like I've changed tens of thousands, 20, 100,000, millions of lives, bro. Like what is my mission beyond Instagram? You guys see Instagram as like an app. Instagram is like a way to get a message out there that orchestrates change in the world. Your deep mission, I'm already on it, bro. Like why does it have to be so? Like, what does it have to be for you guys, you know? Like, I don't know why people don't see everything for what it is, you know? I want to know why? Because they're refusing to see that the app and Instagram and all this stuff that they were told is superficial is actually only what they see. So you see it as superficial because you are. If you see Instagram as deep, it's because you are. You're just lost, bro.